Welcome again, Cancer. Dadhichi here from astrology.com.au, and it's March 2017. And this month for you, the crab, the crustacean, the one with that exoskeletal strength and the soft marshmallow heart. It's an interesting month, and I sort of begin the reading with a view to bringing your awareness to that part of your nature that may on some occasions help you, but this month may not. If you're withholding yourself, holding those feelings within yourself, not speaking your mind, and getting others to really understand what your strengths and capabilities are, you may find this month is not going to be as productive as you would otherwise like. There are two clusters of planets. Actually, it makes up one huge cluster, 9th house and 10th house of your horoscope. 9th house being the sector relating to higher education, travels, philosophy. And if you saw the introduction, there's quite a bit on that. You might want to refer to that. And the 10th house, which is your professional activities. So this area is why I say you need to put your best foot forward and don't be shy in coming forward. This doesn't mean you have to brag, but it's also shown that from the full moon that's going to occur in the 3rd house on the, I believe let me have a look there, the 13th. I've got my notes off to the side there, so excuse me if I'm looking away from you. The 13th in Virgo, that shows us that there's a big focus there in terms of the way you present your understanding of things, your skills in any meetings or negotiations. You have to be careful not to let your emotions take over, but that should be okay because this particular full moon, and of course the moon is your ruler, will be quite nicely brought under control with that intellectual spin of the sign of Virgo. And this also means with Neptune in the opposite side of the heavens, and right now we see the Sun and Neptune together, you are really shooting for some high ideals. And the importance here can't be stressed enough that you have to convey that, you have to communicate that. And with that hard exterior, sometimes you prefer to sort of step out of the limelight, or if you're brooding over things, you don't express that. It's important for you to express how you feel this month if you want people to acknowledge your talents and your skills. So that's the importance of that particular combination. Also, Mars in the 10th house, moving out shortly. Let me have a look at the transits here of Mars, because this is an important one as well. If we take a look at it, two very important transits. On the 6th, the trine aspect to Saturn, giving you a very good constructive sort of approach to the way you're doing things, with Saturn still located in your 6th house of workplace activities, co-workers. It's also to do with health and vitality. But the favourable aspect, what we call a triangular aspect, coming in from Mars from your 10th house of profession is an excellent omen. So a lot of the factors are pointing to this part of your life being predominant. And these other planets, the Sun and Mercury, they are also going to have an impact on your career over the next couple of months. We'll talk about that next month. But right now, Venus, the Moon, Uranus and Mars in the 10th house, giving you also a nice overlay, or rather an overlap, with your social life. This is a great time to network yourself. We see there, for example, Venus gaining a great deal of power in the 10th house, making you popular. But by the same token, on the 4th of March, there's a retrogression. What we see there is the retrograde movement of Venus, indicating that there could be some hopes dashed, maybe just temporarily. The notion that something's going to move forward, or you've got an opportunity to meet someone, could be put on hold while that planet goes into its retrograde movement. Retrogression is always a revisionary element in the zodiac, and one which requires you to think again. Now, leaving aside your professional activities, there is also just a straight social component here, with Venus being one of the natural rulers of sociability, love, romance, and that type of thing. It's also an indicator that you should be careful not to mix your romance and pleasure with the love planet in your 10th house. And that could happen rather suddenly, abruptly, because we see, may not happen straight away this month because of the retrogression, but certainly over the next few weeks, Venus will come back and make contact with Uranus. So there's a bit of instability in the air in terms of your work, in terms of your social experiences, in terms of mixing and matching those two areas of your life. So you do need to be careful. We see on March 10th, Mars will move into your 11th house. That is definitely going to kickstart your social activities and move a bit of your focus away, just for the time being, to the area of social activities, entertainment, group activities, clubs, associations. And the 11th house also has much to do with, I guess, reaching out to the community and the world at large. This is a combative planet, but a planet that is full of drive and energy. So some of you born under Cancer may be fighting for a cause right now. Make sure that you're not fighting your friends, because that can be argumentative and can cause some problems there with your friends and the like. Mercury is important for you right now, given the strong number of aspects that we see. It's in the 9th house of journeys. It can indicate legalities. With the sun there can be some problems associated with your taxation, I guess compliance issues, dealing with really hard-headed bureaucratic people won't be a lot of fun. But that is certainly an area you need to look at as well. So communications in that area are strongly focused on the cards. And the other important thing is the new moon that we see, which on the 28th takes place in the sign of Aries. Now, that we mentioned is your 10th house of career. That is when you're likely to start to see some movement in that area. If you're looking for new work, new opportunities within your business, the new moon is always a great omen for that. So that's, I guess, a synopsis for the month. If you need to find out more, we do have a more detailed textual analysis at astrology.com.au. Don't forget to also study what's happening in the context of the larger picture, the big picture of the year in focus. That's 2017 for you, also available there. We've made that freely available for all of you there at the site astrology.com.au. And for those of you that want more personal services, contact with me or some of the other psychics that are available through our networks and affiliates, you know where to go. And I look forward to seeing you next month. So good luck. Take care now. Whoop.